Everyone, my name is Dawn and welcome to the Soulful Voices Circle Daily Oracle Card Reading. Today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. We are going to continue today using the Priestess of Light deck or Oracle deck that we began using yesterday. And the question that I would like to pose is, what do we need to understand about ourselves today in order to be in alignment with our highest good? And with that, let's do some quick breathing. Again, I did already invoke a circle of protection around us before I began this reading. I do that every day, but I like to reiterate it here during the reading so that people can feel the safety of the space that we are in here. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in and blow out. Another deep breath in and blow out. Sink into your heart center. Try to ground yourself into this reading, blocking out any negative thoughts that may be coming to you now, any stresses, laying them to the side. This is your time, this is your space right now. Take another deep breath in and exhale out. I once again invite the angels and guides to come forward to give us the divine guidance that we need today. I also invite the spirit of this oracle deck to come forward and assist us in the divine wisdom that it would like to share with us today. I ask the golden light of protection to surround us and to prevent any negative or lower energies that may try to attach to us from entering into this reading in any way, shape, or form. I thank the divine light for this protection, and I thank the angels and guides for all they will share with us today. Take another deep breath in and exhale out. One more time, a deep breath in and exhale out. I'm going to begin the reading now. You may continue with your eyes closed. And just a reminder that this deck is read in the upright position. There are no protection messages that come as they do in some of the other decks. Okay, so whether it's upright or reversed, it has the same meaning. Okay. I have two cards that are coming up here, but I want to figure out which one I'm pulling more energy from. I think it's this one. And it is Precognition, Psychic Ability, and Future Vision. And that is card number 13 in this deck. Precognition. So we are going to read the meaning of that card. The energy that I receive from this card right away is that the spirit of this oracle would like us to understand that we all come to the table with special abilities, special psychic abilities, and that it really is about honing in and fine-tuning these abilities. And the way that we do that is through quiet intention. We come quietly within ourselves and we look into ourselves. And as we do this, we expand. And the gifts, the spiritual gifts that we have and that are waiting for us to tap into, they become more apparent to us. So, my sense is that right now we are in a period of time that tapping into that energy um, not only important, but we are more open to it. In other words, there's a window of opportunity here where the universe is aligning so that we can more easily tap into these abilities. And then future vision would be not just the vision of clairvoyance and being able to see things that might be coming up, but also about being able to see your own vision more clearly, what it is that you may be needing to do. So, this is my general energy sense that I'm receiving from this card. But let's look at what the book says. Number 13, Precognition. Psychic ability, future vision. The Egyptian priestess on this card has developed a profoundly heightened psychic ability. She looks peacefully into the light hovering over her right hand, where images of the future reveal themselves. A soft glow emanates from her throat center and brow chakra, radiating from beneath her hawk headdress. The hawk aids her in reaching higher levels of consciousness. This messenger bird represents expansive psychism and future vision. This card indicates that you are now capable of reaching new heights of intuition and precognitive ability. In fact, you may have already noticed flashes of insight and deeper awareness. If so, trust the information you receive and let yourself look even deeper into the potential meanings of your future visions. There may be important messages coming your way. These may take the form of guidance that future choices or inspirations about creative career related or personal projects. Remember that your soul vibrates at the level of spirit connection. For this reason, this card may also indicate a potential career involving psychic or intuitive practices. In fact, you may have had such careers in your past lives. Know that your soul is calling you to reconnect. Take time to meditate more so you can peacefully receive. Let yourself trust your growing intuition. The spirit world is open to you, ready to reveal your future potential and all that you need to know now. And the affirmation is, I am one with the spirit. Every day my psychic ability grows. So the meaning of this card does in fact confirm what it is that I was saying when I pulled it, which is that we are in a period of time in our lives when we can really access our intuition more. And why is that? A lot of it is that well, first of all, we have these gifts naturally. All of us have the ability to tap deep into our intuition and to use those gifts, that intuitive experience, and apply it into our everyday lives, right? We have the knowledge and wisdom that we need, but most of the time we are not allowing ourselves to be quiet enough to hear that intuition. And because we don't hear it, loudly, we don't hear it at all almost. It's like fades into the background, and therefore we don't think we have it. Or we're not able to stay still enough for long enough to be able to really hear that intuitive voice speaking to us, right? And that is the voice of our soul coming through to us. It is our higher self. And we all have that. We all have the ability to tap into our souls and what it is that our souls are trying to communicate to us. So the precognition, the priestess of precognition, wants you to understand that now is an ideal time to really begin to focus in on this. Not only because the universe is aligning itself in such a way that it's allowing this light to come into you, but the circumstances of our society are requiring us to go within ourselves deeper because we can see and understand that the things that are happening out there do not level up with us as humans, as what we actually are in our true natures. So what does that mean? So we were born into this world with a purpose. And the memory of that purpose has been forgotten. And because that purpose is forgotten, it is up to us to rediscover it, right? So the events that are culminating in the outside world, good, bad, or otherwise, are all coming together to steer us back to ourselves because now we can see the things that work and don't work. And we're being called to stand up more and more to the things that don't work and to fight for the things that do work. It's not easy, but this is what we are being called to do. The idea is that we are here to help bring that clarity, that light back into the world. So it starts with a few of us. When I say a few, I don't mean like five. I mean thousands of us, really, who are out there trying to help show people how to connect and tap into their divine wisdom. Because it does exist in you. The light that exists within you is the light that you are here to take out into the world. But like anything, you have to nurture it, right? You have to nurture that light. And the way that you nurture the light is through stepping away from the outside influences and effects that come to you and going inward and understanding the abundance and bounty of who you actually are as a soul incarnated into a physical vessel. All right. So we are being called now to really, really look at that aspect of ourselves, to stay quiet. And when we do this, clarity begins to come into focus, right? We can now not only see what may have happened in the past, but we can understand right now how that past is influencing us. And then we can see into the future how this present moment is going to influence the outcome because it is in this present moment that we are co creating our experiences with the universe. So, what we need to do now is to harness this psychic energy, this visual energy that exists within us, the ability to go deep in and then to look outward and to be able to see all the pieces that may be coming together. Now, when I say we really can't see every piece, but we can possibly get a glimpse of what certain things would come to be if we continue on a certain path or if we make a choice to go in another direction. And then the universe then collaborates with us through everything that we do. So, again, being called to really look into this, um, it says there may be important messages coming your way. These may take the form of guidance about future choices or inspiration about creative, career related, or personal projects. So, we must go inward so that we can tap into that energy that is our creative self. Have you ever tried to create something when it's really noisy around you? So, if you're a writer and you're trying to write, you get easily distracted by the outside things. You can't focus, right? Same thing with any, painting. If people keep coming in and interjecting and bothering you, it's hard to focus and create. When you're writing music or creating music or playing an instrument, your creative abilities are at their peak when you are silent and quiet within yourself. And it is during these quiet moments when we can really feel our own soul presence and we can hear what the soul is calling us to do. So, the way to this is to practice through learning how to quiet your mind. And you can do this little by little because it is an effort for a lot of us to really become still. And you don't even have to be still for, people like to say, oh, I meditate for 45 minutes a day, or I meditate for an hour a day, or I meditate twice a day, once in the morning. Find what works for you. Maybe you only need 5 or 10 minutes of stillness to reset yourself and to connect with that part of yourself and allow whatever it is that the soul wants to deliver in that period of time to come through to you. And then once you get that delivery, you are then able to carry the messages that you need to incorporate into your everyday experience into the world. So, setting aside some time, starting small if that's what you need to do. Don't try to, do it all at one time, but if you can, great. But if you are new to the experience and you really want to begin a realistic practice of doing this, just start in small bits. And you will be amazed at the things that come to you. And it also, I talked about this a little bit last week, but when you become quiet within yourself and you open up your third eye chakra and your crown chakras, this also helps in your sleep patterns. So even if you are only sleeping for short periods of time, the quality of that sleep time is enhanced in the sense of your ability to see things, right? I'm not saying you're going to feel more rested if you're only sleeping short periods of time, but what you will see is that your intuitive sense becomes more heightened as you begin to really expand your third eye and crown chakras in an everyday practice. So that then folds into your sleep experience. This has been my experience, and I have um, encountered other people who have a similar experience and have heard people, spiritual teachers, and so on, talk about this idea about using your sleep as a way of accessing your intuitive self. Okay, so that is the message. So let's try to connect a little bit more with ourselves, become more silent within ourselves, and really hone in on the things that are coming to you. What are the messages that are coming to you? What are you seeing? If you're not sure what it is, put it in a box. Put it on, not meaning put the idea in a metaphorical box and say, okay, I'll revisit that thought later. Okay, I'll revisit it later. And maybe as I go through my day or days, it will become clear to me what it is that I'm seeing. And when we start to see those patterns growing and growing, then we begin to see how magical the universe really is. So, first, we have to become aware that these things are happening. And so we do it little by little. And then, as the more little pieces that we see happening, we realize just how magical the universe is in sending us the clear information that we need to have. So, think about this. Maybe journal about it a little bit more. Figure out how you can set that time aside for yourself. I am sending you much love, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye bye.